Thank you, Fred, for being here again today. For those that don't know, this gentleman is almost exclusively responsible for the charge, and I'll call it the charge up the brigade, for getting a national cemetery in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. And I remember finding the property years ago in Upper Makefield and finding the appropriate site. But at that point in time, Pennhurst was well ahead of us, weren't they?
Sure was.
And
that's our governor.
Yes, the governor and the local politicians wanted it in Chester County. Now, why do you think Pennhurst wasn't the right site?
First of all, it was next to the mental hospital, and the ground was very, very bad ground. It would have cost us, as far as I know, it would have cost us as much to get the ground ready as the price of the cemetery would have cost.
Yeah, and this was a very expensive cemetery, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was under agreement with Toll Brothers, and maybe you talk about it, because people don't know, how long did it take to get all the parties together, including the federal government, Toll Brothers, the owner of the property, and the local community, to get behind this? How many years did you spend on this project, Fred?
I spent at least 8 years.
8 years.
8 years.
And how young are you at this moment?
I'm a few days over 86.
I know, and I remember seeing you at all the township meetings and all the local community meetings, talking about why is this such a passion for you that there should be and is a veterans cemetery in the Southeast.
Because veterans served their country and they deserve to be buried with honors.
That is absolutely true. Now, we have a national cemetery in Pittsburgh, and we have one in the center part of the state. Is that correct?
Correct.
And how many grave sites are in this cemetery in Bucks County?
How many?
Grave sites, approximately, if you know.
100,000 approximately.
Yeah, so there's plenty of room.
Yes, there are.
So let's say I'm a veteran and I'm watching at home and I've served my country. What's the process in order to select a site and be buried there? I know I have the right to do it, but how does that work?
You don't have a selection. First of all, you notify your undertaker and present your proper papers, and he notifies St. Louis.
Right.
And St. Louis makes all the arrangements.
Right. And you serve as part of the honor guard. Let's talk a little bit about the legislation that is currently pending and almost passed. Why do we need, or why should we use this federal money that's available for burials for veterans?
Well, for several reasons. We're on a volunteer basis. We get no compensation for what we do. Gas is expensive. Upkeep on your motor vehicle is expensive. I've been doing it 2 times a week for 14 months.
I know, and you've been doing it out of pocket, and this bill simply creates a situation where a veteran can have the same funeral rights that that all veterans should have, a proper burial. Is that correct?
That is correct. Very good honors.
Well, let's hope that Senator Tomlinson and I are able to finally bring this to fruition and put it on the governor's desk. It's been long overdue. And Fred, I can't thank you enough as a resident, as an American, for your commitment and the other guardians for what you're doing. I know how cold and brutal this winter was, and you guys were out there every day, weren't you?
Yes, we were.
Fred, you are a real honor and an example of what a citizen can do. What a citizen can do to effectuate change, make things happen, and bring some really good things. Thank you so much for what you do to veterans, and thank you for your service.
Scott, it's a great honor to do what we do for veterans.
Yes, it is.
With your help. Thank you, sir.
God bless you.
Thanks.